Hello, I just thought I'd record a video of me doing a little bit of programming because it's been something I've been meaning to do for myself for a while, just to be able to get this external view of what I'm doing when I'm sitting down to code, since I've realized that I really have no idea trying to go back through my thought process and everything. So I thought I'd make a video where I just go through a very small, hopefully very small project beginning to end. So anyway, let's go. What I'm thinking of doing is making a snake game for in JavaScript inside the browser, and the way I'm thinking of going about this is just to prototype it as I would prototype anything, which is to make the smallest, ugliest code I can in order to get something on the page as soon as possible so I can tweak it and stuff later. So I'm just going to, make an HTML file. I'm going to pull in jQuery, and that jQuery script is just a thing I whipped up, which all it does is copy a copy of jQuery that I downloaded a while back into the current directory. And OO is a script that I wrote for just opening whatever the current directory is in a text editor. And you can find that on my GitHub in the OO directory. So what I'm going to do is just, in the spirit of minimalism, also just write the minimal HTML I can in order to get something on the page, which is just this. Make a page onload handler, and what am I going to do? Let's say I'm going to have a game container that's going to have all of the game inside of it, and let's style that. Let's say the game width is 500 pixels, height is 500 pixels, and a solid black border. And in here, let's just get the container. And to make sure JavaScript's working, I guess hi. Alright, open in browser. Cool. Alright, now let's see if I can get a dot to go around the screen. How am I gonna architect this? Let's say probably gonna have a snake object, so this will be its constructor. Let's make an instance, a global instance of that. And let's say it's going to have for now, let's just say it has an x and a y. And it's probably going to have velocity, vx, vy. How does this work in two-dimensional? You can go left or right. Yeah, let's just say vx, vy. And start going to the right. So I'm going to have a snake that starts in the upper left-hand corner, and it moves constantly to the right for now. And let's say that it has not a render method, let's just say an update method. Render would be if this were not in JavaScript. So an update method is going to say, whoops. Alright, I was mixing two styles here. Sometimes I use the local variable style and then return the object, and sometimes I like to set a prototype. Let's go the first route for now, actually, of putting all those methods, just creating the object at the end of it instead of making a constructor. So I'll just say snake is equal to snake. So x should be modified by the velocity. Same for y. And make sure that doesn't crash or anything. Alright, no exceptions, that's good. And I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of that high. And we may as well make that a local variable here. So snake is snake, set interval. Let's say every, I don't know, half a second, let's update the snake. Oh, and we should put the snake on the page. Alright, let's just give this a container. Let's tell it what the container is for the game board. I'll probably want an object for that eventually, but for now let's just say that. Let's say snake is going to be equal to a small div that's black. authenticate a pixel. Snake. Whatever. And then snake, let's say that is very similar to here. Width and height is going to be, what's 5 pixels? I don't know how big that is. And its background is going to be black. So snake.append to container. Update, and then an update will say you want to place it at its current position. So snake dot, what is the function for that called? I think it's offset or position. Get the current. Is this left and top? You know what? I know how to do this with CSS. Let's do that. Left is equal to x times pixel size. Let's make a constant for the pixel size here. 5, which means that just to match what the size that I made the snake pixel there. Left is equal to that. I like to put these on different lines like that. Top is equal to y times pixel size. And I think that's enough to show, no it's not. Do I call update? I append to it the container. Oh, I didn't pass in the container yet. Alright. Okay, it's not moving. Oh, position absolute. Ah. Well, that was weird. This needs to be position relative. Alright, okay. Let's see if we can get this to be moving in response to the way that the keys that I'm pressing. Let's say, I think you can say document on key press. I'm going to want to look at the E. Let's just say console.log E and see what its things are. Alright, that didn't work, so maybe it's document up. Maybe it has to be on the body. No? Maybe you just don't get key press for arrow keys. Maybe it's key down. There we go. So key down, I think it's like key code or which or something like that. Key code is 40, which is 40. Let's assume I want which then. Up, down, left, right. Switch E dot which. Okay, it's 38. Let's just document them for now. Up, down. 37 is left. 39 is right. And I want to make the snake move in those directions. Let's say direct. I just need a function for updating those variables for now. Yeah. Alright, this is a good reason to use the other style of object so I don't have these name collision issues. So the idea is to direct the snake. That's a horrible name, but it'll do for now. Let's see, snake.direct. Up is going to be 0, -1. Break. And then down is going to be +1. And this is going to be left and right. So now I can stop logging that, and I think this ought to work. Down, right, up, left. Right, right. That is agonizingly slow, so let's make that a little bit faster. Yeah. Okay, I want him to stop when he hits a wall. Let's see, what is the best way to do that? In update, I move him, and then although top and left are easy enough, is that x is equal less than 0, x is equal to 0. If y is less than 0, then y is equal to 0. That should be enough, at least the top. All right, and for the right-hand side, and that's still not fast enough. Right-hand side, let's say if x is greater than x times pixel size plus pixel size. I want to get if the right-hand side is greater than the width of this container. So the right-hand side, this is the left-hand side, plus the width gives me the right-hand side. If it's greater than container dot inner width. God, I hate HTML. Is that right? Inner width. Oh, this is a program called Dash, by the way. It is an excellent documentation viewer. And it looks like it was inner width, so if it's greater than inner width, then I want to set it so that it's exactly this. Is that not, that's not actually how I want to do this. I want to do everything in terms of pixels, so that is dumb. I want to have board width is equal to, so 300 divided by 5, oh boy, I can't do math anymore. 60, okay. Cool. That means if it's greater than or equal to board width, x is equal to board width minus 1. And then I do the same thing for the y. So now, good. Excellent. Okay. Let's see. Now I want to make the snake grow. Well, before I get to growing, I just want to make the snake have multiple chunks, multiple pieces. What is a good way to have this? Or the fast way to have this? Let's see. How about this is like a snake piece, and then each snake piece has a parent snake piece. So let's say pieces is equal to an array where head is equal to a snake piece, the container. Let's start with the head and then say pieces dot push snake piece, and we'll have a second argument for the one that should come before it. So pieces, the last piece, minus 1. So if I do this a couple times, I ought to get an array of pieces in order. Yeah? Is that actually what's happening here? Well, I'll find out. So then here I should have a parent. And I guess whenever I update here, I should just give the parent its old location. So parent dot move. I'll do this before I update the position to XY. Yeah? And that means I need a move function. God, direct is a horrible name, and no one should use it. Alright. I'm sure if I weren't videotaping myself, I'd be able to come up with a much better name. And I wouldn't have these stupid functions here. Whatever. So this is like the find new position based on velocity. Keep within the board bounds. Pixel on the screen. Cool. Keep up. Move. Alright, so now instead of saying snake update, I'm going to update the head, and that ought to everything just ought to work. There's no way this is going to work. All right, let's see. Yeah, undefined is not object. Parent.move. Parent. Oh yeah, if there's not a parent, I should not try to move it. That's weird. I'm still referring to snake somewhere. Yeah, here. Interesting. All right, the last other guys. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I only draw it inside of here. Aha. All right. So how about here? I move this into move, which means here I should actually say move to XY. Is that reasonable? I'm gonna say it's reasonable. Move XY. Move to new position. And then keep within the bounds. Oof, well. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna have a render function. No, I said I wasn't gonna have one, but I'm gonna have it, and it's just gonna update the pixel on the screen. So I'm gonna update all this stuff as before. I'm gonna say this.render. Alright, and when I move, I'll also say this.render. Huh. Alright. If parent, and parent is the second argument, and I'm constructing it with this, so let's just see what, are any of these guys getting a parent? This is why I invented a debugger that shows you that kind of information. Yeah, oh shoot, oh my god, what? I should not be telling the parent to move, I should be telling the children to move. Yes, why didn't anyone tell me that I'd have this problem? Alright, so if I have... Alright, this is going to be dumb, but I'm going to, like, in the name of speed, and not being able to think because the video is taping, set add child. Children, but push child. So now I'm going to say, if I do have a parent, tell them about myself. Parent.add child. This. Ooh, that's not right. Because I don't have a this yet. For our self is equal to this, return self. Alright. So now I got this variable self, and once I've created it, I can tell the parent about it. So instead of this, I'll say self. And when I say add child, that will add me onto a children array. So I need a children array. It's equal to this. And then whenever I update, I'll just say children.forEach. For each of the children, child.move XY. How about now? Well, that worked once. And it's looking kind of cool. Why didn't it continue to work? Let's see. Add child. Children.push child. So I'm gonna, whenever I update the position, I'll say child.move. Move is going to move the current guy, but it's not going to move. Do I need to put this here? So whenever I move, I should move the children first and then update my position and then render. Is this going to actually work? I haven't thought this all the way through. No, and it doesn't work. Why not? Wait, when do I call move? Man, I'm not doing something correctly. This.move x, y. Let's just try to hack this together. And there we go, okay? Oh, I can move back on myself. That's great. This is actually as far as I was hoping to get in this first video, but I do want to see this with much more, with many more snake pieces. 20, yeah. Yeah. More. I need more. I need more snake pieces. Excellent. All right. Well, thanks, guys. This has been a whole lot of fun. Peace.